Hannah Laing's growth over the last few years has been meteoric. The rise over the last year has been so quick. So this is going to be a fun one this week. We're going to dig into her Instagram and see how her content's evolved pre and post rise. So in today's video, we're going to look at the 5 things that Hannah is doing really well on Instagram. We're going to dig into her content and look at Instagram growth and then give you some tips on how you can do similar at home, whether you've got gigs or not. This will help you with cracking the code to Instagram as a DJ. So let's dive in and see what she's doing. As I mentioned, this is a series we've been running for a couple of weeks, and we've looked at Patrick Topping and Viviana Casanova, and last week we looked at Rewire, and today we're looking at Hannah Laing. On this channel, I help you dominate the online music scene as DJs and producers. I'm your ultimate guide to Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and getting that music signed so that I'm giving you the blueprints to success as DJs, producers, and artists. So, with Hannah Laing, I've been scrolling right back through her content. It's been a nice journey this morning looking through it all. And we're going to go back 5 or 6 years of her content and see what she was doing in the past and what she's doing today. And then, as I said, we're going to look at the 5 big points that Hannah's done really well. Before we jump into that, I want to tell you about my new course, Instagram Domination for DJs and Producers. It's packed full of content to help you level up your Instagram. And if you've enjoyed my videos on YouTube and Instagram myself, you know I give you nuggets of advice on these channels. But within the Instagram Domination course, we're going to go much deeper and take you to a level you've never been before. We're also going to pack it with the content ideas for DJs and producers, PDFs and downloads to help you work out your strategy as if you had a social media manager. There are also loads of hacks to help your Instagram fly. It's on sale right now on an early bird price, and the link is in the description. So go and grab a copy right now and let's get cracking. Right, let's get started with Hannah. Step number 1, being a hometown hero. This is so vital. If you've got a scene where you live, and I know some of you don't have scenes, and I know I spoke to some people and they're like, we've got nothing going on here. And my friends that have that, I only sympathise with you. But those that have a scene, become part of that local scene. And you can look at this content that she's putting out here, where she was 5-6 years ago, and she's playing in these small tents and she's hustling for gigs, but she's also making the content around those gigs and taking full advantage of being that hometown hero. If you don't have gigs, then going live on Twitch weekly as a live streamer is your new local audience. Twitch stream for DJs is absolutely banging, and I can't talk about it enough. But go live on Twitch regularly and set up a schedule for yourself. So you give yourself a gig every week and start building a community online of people that are into the same music as you. And then you'll find people in the local scene that are into the same as well. And if we follow Hannah's rise right up to her latest videos, this one here, check this out. It's all the Scottish flags, and it's all about the Scottish people, and it's all the Scottish people coming to support the new Scottish queen of dance music. And that has slowly built up through the comments and through the audience over time. And now it's obviously massive. Step number 2, talking to camera. Everyone feels awkward doing it. Everyone hates doing it. But I've been thinking about it a load. Think about it as you're talking to your mate in the pub. You go down the pub and you say to your mate, I've got a new track out. I've got a gig, mate. I'm really excited. Talk about it like that. And just imagine the camera is the person you're talking to in the pub. Hannah has just posted this post, and if you read the caption, it's absolutely lovely. When my videographer asked me to speak to the camera and I want to punch him every time, only jokes. Absolutely love the brutal honesty, because everyone does hate doing it. It is awkward for everyone, and the people that aren't feel awkward, they're in the tiniest 1%. So just do it and get out your own way. I really wanted to highlight that as someone that's rising, still hates doing it, and I really wanted to highlight this to everyone, that everyone does hate doing it. But also, the outtakes are funny. If you watch the video here, you'll see that the outtakes are absolutely hilarious, and they become part of your content series because everyone makes mistakes. Everyone will get the funniness of it and will go, oh yeah, I do the same. So it actually makes you more real putting the outtakes out. When you are making a carousel and you are talking about something, use a video at the start because it makes you more real. It gives you that energy, and people watch that and then they'll swipe through because they're involved. Watch this one, it's really funny and really nice. But similarly, if you haven't got a video, or you can't make a video and a photo is all you've got, then use the caption space and really go in depth with the caption space. And also, if you've only got a single image and you can't put a carousel, single images are absolutely flying now because of the new feeds algorithm and the way they're ranking images right now. They're getting 50% of the feed, so consider single images once again on Instagram. Can't thank this gent enough. He's helped me so much this year with releasing and playing for Trick Label. This platform has allowed me to fully express myself freely musically in front of a wider audience, as I feel the label is so diverse. This This has really helped me grow my following, especially Creamfield's Official, which has been life-changing for me. It has been the break that I've been working for for such a long time. He's not just done this for me, but other up-and-coming artists in such a demanding industry, and being a full-on touring artist as well as running a label and his parties. The fact he takes time to do this for us is honestly unreal. So cheers, Patrick. Excited for the future. I'm honestly grateful for you. He is doing an amazing thing. And if you didn't watch my video with Patrick Topping, check out his strategy just here. Step 3, show your process when you're making the tracks all along the way. This video of talking about sampling a record and then it turning into the track and then it turning into the full track is absolutely cool. You can see from this video how raw it is, and yet it's still got some views, it's still got some likes, and it's still got some comments. And that process will obviously have evolved along the way, but just starting and doing something is so key for me. One thing you can definitely see from her Instagram is the evolution of sound. And when we looked into LF System last summer, when they had their big #1, if you didn't check that video, check it out here. I really went back through LF System and looked at what they were doing right and what they were doing wrong, and how they've evolved over time. One thing we noticed, and the same with Hannah, is the sound has evolved, and the sound, it's taken that time, and she's taken that time to get the sound right. And it's been part of that evolution. It's been so lovely to see on Instagram. And it's all about going with what you love. And I remember when she did this mix for us on Data Transmission as a spotlight mix a few years ago, I spoke to her afterwards about thanking her to doing the mix. And we spoke about the tracks that she'd chosen. It was the tracks that she'd listened to growing up and the tracks her parents had got her into 20 years ago. And that's where that sound is now. And these sounds have 20-year evolution. So what were your parents showing you? What music were you into? Can you pull that into your sound? Because that 20-year cycle is going to happen, which is mental for myself, seeing it the first time around and now seeing it the 20 years afterwards. Step number 4, showing your demos and dropping into demo feedbacks and using all the tools available. We have demo feedbacks every Monday on Twitch. Toolroom Records have one every Wednesday on YouTube. And looking back, she's actually done that. 5 or 6 years ago, she dropped into a Toolroom. They gave her some sterling advice. And again, it was there, all about the sound, and the sound's evolved all the way along. She was on the right path then, but then she's using those clips and going, this is the track, have a listen. And she's done that along their Instagram, and it's built those audience and built that audience around her music and around her as the music she's into. She's also then been testing out the ideas when she has had gigs. But if you haven't got gigs, again, you can do this on a live stream. You know, film yourself, make tracks for YouTube, or just film yourself with your hands and your camera and do tests with your decks. The decks are so visual when it comes to content, and people will click into stuff when they see DJs, and they will see decks. If that's what they're into, and that's your idol audience member, people will click into it and watch it, and you will find new fans that way. The other thing she's done really well is reached out to peers and got them to play her music, like in this video where Hannah Wants is playing this track. It's so important to start this networking process with people that will play your music. And I'm not talking about going and find 20, 30, just find 1 or 2 that really, really are into you. From a bigger DJ's point of view, there's so many that are helping and supporting up-and-coming artists because they've been there themselves. And also, they get exclusive music for their sets that no one else has got, if you're keeping it to the 1s and 2s, that are people that really support you. But when it comes from filming yourself, I speak to so many people and they're like, oh yeah, I've got decks up. Why can't I just film that? So just set it up and start making some videos of yourself playing the records. This is what your audience want to see, and this is what your audience are into. DJs, dance music, and I'm the same. I'm a dance music fan. Step number 5, scrolling right back to even the 13th of June, 2017. That's 5-6 years ago. There has been constant gig footage. Whether it's playing to small crowds or bigger crowds and ginormous crowds, there has been that content there. If you're scrolling back through Instagram, you don't see too many flyers. You did at the start, but then it kind of just turned into gig content and video content of her playing. And the old saying that gigs breed gigs. When you've got gigs, they get more gigs. This is so true. And when you're doing that, making sure that you're filming it, or getting someone to film you while you're playing. That person you're taking with you, that +1, making sure they're not too hammered before you play. And if you're playing super late, then just getting them to put it together so that you can get some really good footage. Having someone on the ball in your corner is so important when it comes to playing gigs. And if you can't take someone because you're on a tour, then there's bound to be a booth hanger on. Can you get someone of them to film you? Look, you're standing there just dancing. Can you film me for a couple of minutes? I'm going to tell you when, and just get someone to help you. It's really going to make the difference. The videos are short at the start and they've got much better the quality. And obviously later on she's got a videographer. But what's really impressive is the comments. The comments have started with a few and she's been reacting to them and interacting, which is amazing. And they've got more, and they've got more, and they've gone from 4s to 10s to 100s. It's wicked to see. And the Brucey bonus this week is about filming. If you are going to take someone with you to film, educate them before you go. Show them loads of content. You want that nice, like, little kind of pro videographer. The ones that have spent loads learning how to be videographer. Well, you want to do the same. That's why I'm going to help you out today. You want that kind of nice little pan. Don't be too jerky with it. And don't definitely go like that. To just kind of show like nice little movement and get a few and make sure they're recorded in portrait, and teach that person that before you even go to the gig, this is what we're looking for. This is what I really, really need to help my career. Can you get me a load of content like this? And just be that videographer. I know you're not a professional, but if you can help me out, then that's the key to my success and my growth. I'm absolutely buzzing watching all these acts and watching them all grow. I love dance music, I love DJs, and I'm buzzing to see where Hannah's goes next. And all power to her, and congratulations to her, to everything she's been doing so far. It's wicked to watch. Keep doing it. And I hope this video has helped you on your journey as well, and hope you can get some content ideas out of it. Which DJ or producer should I do next? You can vote. Let me know in the comments 3 names of DJs and producers I should do next. I'd love to know who you want me to check out and look at their strategies. Also, let me know if you're enjoying this in the comments as well, and the series as a whole. Let me know which one's been your favorite so far. Did you see last week's video with Rewire? What he's doing on Instagram and YouTube is absolutely killer and definitely replicable. Before you head over there, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. Also, subscribe to the channel because I'm putting out 2 videos a week now to help you as DJs and producers with music marketing and more. Let's jump over to there, and I will see you in that video. See you soon. Bye.